Alright, everybody, let's get started. So, today I am going to take you through a reading strategy presentation. My name is Tony Adams. This is Education 221, Content Area Reading and Differentiated Teaching and Learning, Fall of 2025. So, the reading strategy that I'm going to take you guys through today is read aloud. Read aloud is a basic but effective strategy used to boost literacy. By reading out loud to the class, it provides opportunities for students to access vocabulary, ask clarifying questions, and practice key content skills. The learning outcomes for this presentation, students will learn new vocabulary terms, students will improve critical thinking skills, students will strengthen social-emotional development by engaging in class discussion on the reading. We'll get into that a little bit more when we go through the example. Major components of the strategy read aloud can be used to motivate older reluctant readers, which is very helpful for us at the high school level, and this is backed by research. The purpose will be to engage readers in learning. We want them to really interact with the text. The teacher's role is to read the text out loud. The student's role is to follow along, read, and listen. So, our demonstration of the strategy with the lottery. The morning of June 27th was clear and sunny, with the fresh warmth of a full summer day. The flowers were blossoming profusely, and the grass was richly green. The people of the village began to gather in the square, between the post office and the bank. Around 10 o'clock in some towns, there were so many people that the lottery took 2 days and had to be started on June 26th. But in this village, there were only about 300 people. The whole lottery took only about 2 hours, so it could begin at 10 o'clock in the morning and still be through in time to allow the villagers to get home for noon dinner. Alright, this is the very first paragraph of the short story, The Lottery by Shirley Jackson. So if you were reading this aloud to a class, what you would do is you would stop after the first paragraph and you would ask some clarifying questions of the students. So, first of all, what is our setting? Well, we get the setting in the very first line. It's the morning of June 27th. It's clear and sunny. That should be an easy one. And then they get into some descriptors. The fresh warmth of a summer day, flowers are blossoming profusely. Those are all good things, and students should be able to point those things out fairly easily. Then you're going to get into some of the more complex stuff. You're going to talk about the lottery. What is a lottery? Has anybody ever heard of the lottery? And students will answer, and generally they'll have more of a positive view of a lottery. Hey, it's something where you can win all kinds of money. Potentially. Some kids might say it's something where you can waste a whole lot of money and then be mad that you didn't win. So, you want to ask students, we know that there's a lottery in this story, and it's a very popular thing. Why do we think they're bringing this up? Make a prediction about what is going to happen next in the text. These are all things that since you read them out loud, students are going to be able to think about these questions more intently. Had they read this on their own, there's words they would have been tripped up on. There's things that they wouldn't have really comprehended in their own minds. So it's very important that you go through this, and they'll be more eager to ask questions, because if they don't understand something, you read it to them, so they can kind of blame it on you in a way. So that's really the strategy right there. It's one of the most effective reading strategies that can be used across the board for student comprehension. This is regardless of grade level, cognitive function, and overall interest in schoolwork. It can be applied to everyone. It's a very nice tool to get kids going, to get them involved, and then you can have a discussion with them very easily and have them interact with their peers when you are doing read aloud. So it's a nice tool to use. Hopefully this was a helpful presentation to everyone, and thank you for listening.